And we're back with the final game of round one. We've got Reptar's Desert Adventure, aka the CTO Mammox 45, versus the return of Anaxiamander, aka Lews Therian Pokemon. And they are ready to kick this first game off here. And looking at Mammox 45, the CTO's leads, he could go with Sableye or Espeon or Skarmory, but decides with the Sableye. Royal
Yeah,
Piss Boy here, though, with that ball sack hanging off of its head, is going to be a problem, though, unless this Sableye could maybe get off a taunt.
it's definitely an interesting thing with the Sableye. He gets the Prankster on his first move, but opts to ignore it and go with the knockoff there. I gotta agree, a taunt on it would have been nice, with that tail glow being the pretty obvious play.
Yeah, that's going to be tough here, but Tyranitar is his special wall, but wow, just one shot there by the 3-stage up on the special attack from a single tail glow.
I'd be curious to see what Reptar's build was for if it had any investment or what item it was holding.
Wow.
Oh,
And there was his outspeed there with the stab psychic, but it doesn't look like it was enough there. And here's comes Sableye back out. Now, yeah, the sucker punch will take it down there, but taking out two key mon there for Mammox 45.
yeah, the Sandstorm team losing its Reptar that early. The desert adventure is going to be a lot less desert. We may actually end up seeing a lush oasis.
Yeah, and kicking it off with dangly keys. Reptar, Team Reptar, aka Mammox, he swapped to the right thing and Heat ran. Fire Steel is going to be excellent against the Steel Fairy and dangly keys, and we'll see if dangly keys is doing something tricky. Maybe some screens, maybe something else here, but. Deciding to go back to Sableye to send that back with the magic bounce, and there goes the paralyze onto Klefki.
What a play there. I would have liked to see an additional switch, but opting for the knockoff. Anyone but the Charizard would have really hated losing their item there.
Yeah, and the Charizard is the Mega, as you can see, so he will have to Mega Evolve it here to Mega Charizard X. And it looks like there could be a problem here, and we'll see what happens.
It feels like a free turn. I'm not too sure what the Sableye would do against the Charizard. If you start doing sucker punches, you're risking dragon dances and the like.
Yeah.
If the knockoff will keep the increased damage because of that Mega Stone. You're not going to be able to Will-O-Wisp it with its fire typing. And the big question on that fourth move, if he has Fake Out or Protect to guarantee the Mega Evolution safely, could also be a lot of different things. Sableye very versatile.
Well, again, this is going to be a little bit of a tough mountain to climb here, but swapping to the Skarmory, that's the physical wall here, but like you said, there's the Dragon Dance. Skarmory is one of his best mon to take the damage here, as you can see. Excellent physical wall there, even with the +1 attack.
Interesting choice going with the Dragon Claw. I believe he's just a little afraid to... Yeah. Oh, the Heatran swap. Mammox is reading it now.
Yeah, that's the kind of things he needed in order to get a little comeback. But here's the problem is, yeah, the Heatran can't leverage the Flash Fire boost up against the Zard very well. And yeah, just going to lead the Skarmory. He looks like he's going to Whirlwind here, if I had to guess.
Either that or a Roost. Yeah, Roost,
going for
baby.
the Roost. And, I think that Lews Therian has made a big mistake here with his choice of Flare Blitzing on those off turns. Yeah, definitely just not going to work, and this will take it down with the Earth Power. I think that Mammox did outplay him there with some of those swaps, and maybe he could have had a little bit more luck, if he had just stuck with the single move and just crushed it instead of trying to swap up your move types. But here comes the first pick of the draft in Landorus T. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, Land Aldoris.
Lan Aldoris for Team Lews Therian Pokemon. And I mean, he is the one. So, but swapping back to Dangly Keys here, and the knockoff will kick away that leftovers, which is actually really important to Klefki's sustain.
It's very interesting. These are great moves by Mammox to kind of get back into the game after throwing away two of his, key mon. I mean, really, you look at his team; they all feel like key mon while he has to do these rotations and pop them properly. But it definitely looks like we've got a bit of a game now, as opposed to how it was
Ooh,
playing out in the beginning.
definitely, and
Oh, and
the
he is the one. He's the 1% club again.
yeah, Landorus T is not typically one that you want to send out against a special Pokemon,
What
but
a
it
swap!
but it is tempting to try to Earthquake Heat Ran. And the swap to the Skarmory for the chip there was really powerful on a U-turn move, and missing the Leaf Storm, which would have been not very effective, but it's a special move which Skarmory isn't great for.
Yeah, the big question now is how does lose there and the deal with this Skarmory?
At this point, I mean, really all you got is potentially a Heracross punch, which won't kill, or you've got potentially Hidden Power Fire on Superior.
Yeah, and the hidden power, I would really want to get a boost off first, which just means you're not able to come in and one shot it. But at the same time, you want to get that boost off to be able to potentially sweep the rest of the team.
Yeah, and there was that close combat that I was expecting, and yeah, just barely the Skarmory survives. Switching back to the Heat Ran, that paralysis is actually pretty huge there, because the Espeon died early, which would have been the Heal Beller on Mammox's team.
Oh, and a miss with the Magma Storm. Little payback for that Leaf Storm miss earlier.
Yeah, the little balance there, but oh, that's going to hit hard on the Klefki, and he goes down to the stab. Super effective Magma Storm. But here comes Superior, which I'm not sure what move he's going to go with here, because Leaf Storm will be terrible against the Fire Steel.
Oh, and unfortunately, another miss, but doesn't live anyway.
See, this
Uh,
would have been the better swap in there before going with the close combat here.
it makes me wonder what the hidden power on that superior is, and for game 2, it may be a little more beneficial that he didn't have to reveal that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine it's got to be Hidden Power Fire. And there's the swap to the Ghost to eat the Fire move, but you're fine with that. But actually, no. I mean, if this is yeah, it's Choice
That
Bandit.
was
There it
my
is.
question.
There
If
it
it was
is.
choice, it can choice either way, but this
Yep.
is not the way you want to do it.
Yep. So this will do it. This
Oh,
will
the
wrap game
knockoff
one.
frees him, though. The knockoff frees him.
Oh
He
my
freaking
goodness, he knocked him
Nick
off.
Mega Horde.
Yeah, Kid Mega Horn, and it didn't even kill because of the neutral typing there, but huge comeback there for Reptar's Desert Adventure, aka the CTO Mammox, showing a little bit of his experience in some of these previous tournaments in the recent times with the ability to make clever swaps for the typing.
And you gotta wonder if it was just a little too early to go for that immediate sweep by Lews Therian. If he had kept that in his pocket a little bit and brought the Manaphy out later after getting maybe some levels of spikes up. Again, though, that's hard to do against the double magic bounce team in Reptar's Desert Adventure.
You know,
This lead game is pretty crazy.
yeah, and he was clearly afraid of the swap game. He should have just danced when he had the Zard out. I mean, I don't know why he was even caring about that swap game. He was clearly knew that Mammox was about to swap over and over again. So yeah, why not just dance?
Oh, and there it is, the magic bouncer against the keys. I gotta say, an Axiomancer needs to start leading with that Landorus and use its advantage. Go ahead and get some Intimidate going.
Oh,
U-turns and oh, the
and
magic
there it
bounce.
is again, the second bounce. So this is just, I think, just a little bit of either under research or just not knowing this from Espeon or the Mega Sableye. But yeah, you can't send those things at it. And getting a free Calm Mind turn off on this Espeon, he is just trying to set up because he knows that he outspeeds the sweepers from Lews Therian.
And another free Calm Mind off a bounce off the spikes. This is a game-breaking start here.
Yeah, this Espeon has a good chance to just go ahead and try to start sweeping, but we do know that Psychic isn't the best. Oh, and he swapped into a Pokemon that can take it, but the hidden power ground into the flying Pokemon is not going to work. There's the swap. It's coming again, and it just kills it with the two-stage up. That is massive there for Espeon. Just killing the Mega again, getting virtually nothing out of that Megazord.
And we got to point out the good play of Mammox knowing that he can go for it twice. The CTO paying attention to the rule set where you have to Mega Evolve the turn you swap it in. There is no holding that Mega Evolution.
All right, good game.
And it looks like there is a forfeit, and that'll do it.
I did not
2-0 for
expect the forfeit.
Mammox.